It has been answered.
The advertisement is illegal because the last court order, it says status quo maintain. Status quo means the clerk, still the person who was acting as a clerk, continues to discharge the functions of the clerk. Yes.
Members. Thank you all. My name is Anthony Karanja, MCA representing Waithaka Ward, and we are here today as all members of this county assembly in solidarity with the clerk. The clerk has been kept out of office for the last 8 months by Beatrice Elachi, and we are hereby saying that Honorable Beatrice Elachi is the Speaker of the County Assembly. She is here courtesy of a court order. The clerk is Jacob Ngwele, and he's here courtesy of a court order. Honorable Beatrice Elachi has been keeping Ngwele out, which has resulted in hindering our mandate, core mandate of oversight, because we don't even get our salaries on time. We get intimidated all the time. And as you can see, even you, members of the fourth estate, you've come here under very strict conditions, not even strict, even unfair, because she is selective to which media comes to this house. So, as a member of this assembly, I would like to say that we are tired, and we are telling Honorable Beatrice Elachi, who we elected, that time is up. She will either shape up or ship out. We are no longer going to joke. She has put this assembly through 18 court orders, 18, and putting lawyers to defend this assembly, who are her friends. And as you have heard the clerk saying, this assembly is in debt to the tune of hundreds of millions. And we are saying enough is enough. We are also saying that she has converted this assembly into a Zoom assembly, a software that we have not even procured as an assembly. So it is not even possible. She will only select her friends to be in a Zoom meeting and pass things as the assembly. And it is important to note that we do not have a COVID case in this assembly. And I have heard her on live TV talking about COVID-19 and how she's going to close the assembly and members are going to be operating via social media. I would like to remind her that the Senate is on, members are in the Senate, Parliament is on, members are in Parliament. All the 47 county assemblies, with the exception of, I think, Nyandarua, which had a COVID case, are still on. Nairobi is not an exception. We'd also like to affirm, as members of this assembly, that we support His Excellency Governor Mike Sonko to the hilt. We also support the Nairobi Metropolitan Service to the hilt, being a project of the President. And I've also heard her talking about the public, Mr. Kinyua, that she has given her a directive to close this assembly. And I would like to tell her that the days of name dropping the names of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, dropping the names of His Excellency the President and senior government officers are over. She needs to respect this assembly. She has been on record as disrespecting even the party, Jubilee Party, which sponsored her to be the Speaker, and said that she needs to talk directly to the President, an insult that we have never had. We did not hear that when the Jubilee Party purged on the Senate or the Parliament. So we are asking her, Ngwele is a clerk, Ngwele is not going anywhere, and Ngwele is here to stay. Exactly. And we are saying that as the whole Assembly of Nairobi County. Thank you. Sylvia.
What?
Yes.
They are here. They are here. 1, 2, 3. How many do you want? If it is 1, there are over 30.
Na speaker kona moja na sisi kona 4.
I would like to say something very. I want to say something very briefly, not as an MCA but as a Nairobian. That I think as Nairobians and as Kenyans, we are tired of the theater that Nairobi County Assembly has become generally. And what we are saying generally is that this is not a work out of friendship. Elachi is back here through a court order. Ngwele is back through a court order, and the same extends even to the relationship between NMS and the governor, that the governor still remains the constitutional office holder of the office of the governor. And we are in full support of NMS for the 4 transferred functions. So we don't need the assembly to get into, because Beatrice Elachi has been selling a story saying that MCAs of Nairobi allied to the governor have an issue or are anti-NMS. And I would like to correct that and say that as MCAs allied to Governor Sonko, we fully support the NMS transferred functions 4. Because for Nairobians, what we want is services to be delivered. But what we are saying is that the office of the constitutional office holder of the governor of Nairobi remains Mike Bubi Sonko. And we have a problem with the budget making process. We have to remember that he has 10 more functions that remain with him, and that he needs his budget allocated, and we need the respect of the office of the governor. So the idea Elachi is selling out there that some of the MCAs, especially those of us allied to Governor Sonko, are fighting NMS is a lie. And with all due respect, Elachi is causing a lot of havoc to this assembly, to this county government, and to Nairobi in extension. We have had 18 numerous cases of infighting between MCAs, between the office of the governor, between the majority leader. She has an order right now from the Jubilee Party reinstating Abdi Hassan Guyo as majority leader that she's refused to comply. There's going to be an end to this defiance of court orders. So Elachi must respect the court order, and we are here to say that Ngwele is going nowhere. He's our clerk, substantively. Thank you.
The last from the opposition leader. Right, thank you. I'm Honorable Wilson Ochola. I'm representing Utali Ward in Ruaraka constituency. I think the law is very clear, and we are tired of this kind of funny things happening in the assembly every left, right. What I would like to say today, the clerk is Jacob Ngwele. Ngwele is here to stay, and Ngwele is here to stay with us. I think you know very well, it has come a point whereby Speaker, and I called a woman, calling MCS goons. We are not goons, we are elected. I've been elected for 15 years. Wacha yeye amekuwa speaker for 1 term, even quarter term. She should respect MCS, and we need respect in this house. And we are telling the clerk, we are telling the speaker, Ngwele is here to stay, and we are going to work with him up to 2022. I think that is our position as MCS of Nairobi, both ODM and Jubilee side. We are together to work with Jacob Ngwele. Am I clear? Thank you. Who? We don't have time to impeach her. Let her work. Everybody should work. Yeah, we are not here to fight. We are here to create peace and to deliver for Nairobians. What else? Thank you. Is there any? Have a blessed day.